Hello, all you positive heads out there. It's so good to be back with all you beautiful reflections of the one source consciousness that creates and animates all things. If you're new to this podcast, of course, we are super happy to have you here, and we just ask that you bring an open mind and heart to your listening experience and to be prepared to explore vantage points that I'm convinced will help shift or solidify your current understanding of the ultimate nature of reality in a way that is extremely empowering. Speaking of exploring powerful perspectives, I'm super excited to announce the release of my very first book, The Golden Key: Modern Alchemy to Unlock Infinite Abundance. If you're ready to alchemize the circumstances in your life so that your abundance expands to an entirely new level in 2021, head over to goldenkey.gift to download the audio or ebook as my gift to you by using the code POSITIVEHEAD.
All right, all you positive heads, welcome one and all. I am so excited and very grateful that you've all joined me today because today is an extra special day. I thought Tuesday was special because I had lovely and very special Tracy Mahan with me, and I also have her here with me today, but I also have two other amazing QHHT level 3 practitioners, Sarah Breskman-Cosme, who you guys have heard before because she wrote that amazing book, A Hypnotist's Journey to Atlantis. And I also have Monica Dunn, and you guys haven't heard from her, so that's extra special that you get to meet somebody new today, and she's out of Oregon. And so this is nice, so wherever you are, maybe you're close to one of these practitioners, and you might want to look them up and have your own QHHT session. So today, we're all together, and we're up here in beautiful Sedona, and so I thought it would be really fun for the four of us to sit down and share some session stories. And not like whole session stories, but concepts, like what's been coming up in our sessions, because we do these all the time and from people all over the place. And I bet that we all have very similar concepts coming up. So, Sarah, I'm looking at you. So, in concept, like what are some of the biggest concepts that have been coming up for you in your sessions?
A lot of people are coming in just worried about the state and the current state of affairs and worried about what's next and what's coming, and they feel this sense of doom and gloom. And so they come in with all these questions about, how are they going to handle this next part of their life. And it's so interesting to me because the higher selves always say the same things, that this is such a great time to be here, to be alive, because we're headed into this amazing awakening experience for the planet Earth, for our humanity, and that this is a great time. This is very positive. I know that most people feel that sense of something's coming, something bad is going to come, but also something great is going to come, and that keeps coming up in my sessions.
Yeah, I've been getting that too. What about you guys?
Yes.
Tracy and Monica, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And the thing that comes up too is financial worries, what's happening and the crumbling of life as we know it, essentially. And what comes up over and over is that it's meant to crumble, and that it's really because the old world needs to fall away so that something better can come and take its place, and we can create a new, fresh, beautiful world.
And that is what's necessary, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You can't keep holding on to the old baggage when we want to move forward and to create something new. And that's interesting too, because that is a concept that we've been bringing up on the show a lot too. It's just been coming up, like doing the shadow work, right? It's almost like the world is doing its shadow work.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a mirror of our collective energy of shadow and our individual shadows. And that's a lot of what comes in, is they're doing their shadow work in the sessions and realizing the global mirror or reflection. What am I seeing in the world versus what is another person seeing? So it's so important to pay attention. What are you putting your energy into? It's a reflection or a compass or a map into what are you working on?
Yeah, that's interesting too, that perspective piece, right? Mm-hmm. Because we're all really looking at the same world, but through our own angle, through our own perspective, through our own lens.
Yeah.
And it's all going to be different. We're gonna have 5 people, all, we could all sit here and all see the same thing, and we're all gonna tell it in a different way.
Yeah.
See it from a different angle, from our life experiences and from our own opinions about what it is. And so I think that that's really interesting. And two, what happens is the higher self is always saying, it's all gonna be okay. It's all gonna be okay. Yeah. And no matter what it looks like maybe it looks like lemons, but we can make lemonade out of it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I think we're doing right now, is making lemonade.
So I'm going to throw one at you. All 3 of you. What have you heard about resets? Any in
Like
that
a planet reset?
Planet reset, situational reset,
Personal reset.
Like people going through resets. Because I had one the other day that was like, oh, they're going to reset this. This is going to be a reset. And talking about what that looks like. What does it look like when a reset happens? You go back to a certain point in time and it starts over. You do it again. It's like the information that was coming out was that's why some of the light workers are getting so tired because of all the resets. But it was an interesting idea or thought, and just wondering if that shows up for you guys.
So what more have you been getting on that? Has that been showing up a lot?
I just had the one client last week that did that, where she was seeing the reset and seeing on a personal level and global level a reset that was going to take place. And I was interested in that because I was like, well, how many times have we done a reset? Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, energetically that kind of could make sense. And they make movies like that. I've seen movies where, they play this scenario out and then it didn't work out, and then all of a sudden they show them at the first scene again, and then they got to do it all over again. And it's like, I wonder how real that might be. It was an interesting concept to me.
That is interesting, because what it brings up for me is when we go through like the precession of the equinoxes and we go through a new cycle, and that is in itself a reset. And we're doing that now. We're in the completion of our 3rd cycle, and so inevitably this is going to be a reset.
Yeah.
Right. And it's meant to be.
And it's meant to be. That's what you were saying at the beginning.
And if we can just let go of trying to control it or change the outcome of what is, and just let it fall away and let it restart, we're gonna have a much easier time.
Yeah.
And why is that so hard for us to just let it go and know that we are held, that we are guided, that we are going to flow in the most appropriate direction for us? But our human monkey brains come in. You gotta protect yourself. You gotta be careful there. You gotta, and it's like you're making it harder on yourself. You're making it so much worse. You think you're protecting. You think you're, trying to keep all the bad stuff away, and you're keeping all the good stuff away. Is really what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can really just think back on your life to how many times you have been helped in all the circumstances and what happened. And I think that really helps when you think about your life now, because there's been so many times.
That's an excellent point, Sarah. Because seriously, all of you listening, there's not a single one of you listening that has not had an intuitive thought in your life that was correct and that saved you, like, oh, I shouldn't go down that path, or I shouldn't open that door, or don't turn that, or whatever it is, or that car's gonna hit me, I should stop. And that has saved you every time. Every single one of us has that story, right? I don't think I know anyone that doesn't have that story.
Right.
And when you look back on your life and you see all the times, like, oh, I could have died then, could have died then, could have died then, and
Or
you
what
didn't.
about being delayed?
Or
We
being-
had that
Right.
experience.
Yes, or being
right?
delayed on purpose,
Yeah.
and not being upset about it, and just
Right.
allowing that flow to just be what it's okay. I will get there exactly when I'm supposed to, because everything is in divine timing.
Yeah.
When I just be okay with whatever it is that's in front of me and accept it.
And
All right.
trust.
Yeah,
Trust.
Trust that it's all working in your favor.
Because
Because it
has.
is. And it is always.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And the only reason why it wouldn't is because you're the one getting in the way, right?
Right.
Like, that's it. We're our own worst enemies, and we don't even realize it sometimes,
Exactly.
And this comes through in sessions all the time, too. All the time. Right? Like,
Yeah.
Right. What was the purpose of this happening? And then they
Right.
find out the purpose and go, oh. And then all these aha moments of, there was a purpose behind that.
yeah.
And I was meant to learn this or go in a different direction or,
Right. It's always working out for you. Always.
Yeah.
So you guys, how many times in a session have you had someone who has had a traumatic experience or whatever? How many times have you had the higher self say to them like, oh, that's because, you're not so great of a person, or you're, like, don't they always say this was for you?
Yes.
Do they ever
Always.
say
Always.
anything different than that?
No.
No,
No.
no.
There's never a different answer, right? But consciously, these people aren't saying that when we talk to them beforehand,
No.
Yeah.
right?
Why am I being punished?
Why is the
this
world
happening
against me?
to
Right.
Why do I have this dark cloud?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's because we're evolving this piece, or
Mm-hmm.
you need to be aware of that, or we're pushing you in this direction because you weren't going there, so we had to push you there.
Mm-hmm.
Psychic 2x4s,
Yes,
as the great Julia Cannon calls it.
exactly. Every time. Every time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what other big themes? I know for me, the earth, the health of the earth has been coming up a lot. You guys too?
Yeah, and people worried about the state of the earth. And we always get that she is also resetting.
Yes.
I have some fun ones around the earth, though. As we're talking about that, I've had some come in where they are actually here to help purge the toxicity of the earth. Like they are an energetic conduit to help purge that. So yeah, it is coming up, but there's also a lot of light workers here that are working on that healing piece with Mother Earth.
Let's actually talk about that. All the light workers. Because what I see, people are coming to sessions because people come for so many reasons. But lately, the majority of the people who've been coming are coming because they want to know how they can help. What is my role in what's going on here? And how can I help others?
Yeah.
And so, what have you guys been hearing along that end? Like, what are people's, what is the purpose? What are all these light workers supposed to be doing?
Okay, well, I can jump in with a lot of stories around that, but definitely we've got a large collective right now that are really waking up. So many more people are waking up now than we've seen ever before. And what I've been shown through these sessions is that there's a collective, and there's several collectives, but there's like this collective that is pulling in and anchoring new frequencies, light into the earth, and then there's the other collective that's purging out the toxicities to make room for the new light to come in. And so I've had a theme of that where I also, and this might just throw us into a whole nother swirly,
Cool.
but I've also had them talk about bringing in that Christ energy, the second coming of
Yep.
Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And
Heard that
so
too.
Yep.
all of this is getting the frequencies of the planet ready for that Christ energy to come back in.
Yeah. That has actually been a big one. I'm glad you brought that up. What have you had about that, Sarah? Because it's huge.
Same. I mean, it's huge. There's so many people coming for sessions that are bringing in this light, bringing in this healing for the earth, and just their presence here does that. They don't even have to do anything.
Exactly.
They're from different planets or different places, and they could just literally just be and be helping the earth in so many different ways. And some people come in with questions about the earth, like how can the earth rebuild itself? Are we killing all the fish? Are we killing the environment? And the answer that SC usually always gives is that Mother Nature is way too powerful. Humans think they have the power, but they don't. It's so wise and so knowledgeable and powerful that of course it will rebuild.
Of course.
If one reef dies, another will rebuild somewhere else. And there's always a cycle like that. And it's very helped.
I shared last week too that we can help her by being grateful. In that giving back. That's all she wants is us giving back to her in gratitude. And that will help her to balance herself. But she can do it on her own. She doesn't need our help. We're just being a hindrance. And like Dolores Cannon said, she will shake us off like fleas. So we need to start being a little grateful, right?
Yeah.
More and more grateful for all of her. I mean, think about everything we have. The air we breathe, the water we drink, everything material
We couldn't exist
here.
without her.
No. She
Yeah.
gives us our existence literally, and we neglect to recognize that a lot.
I heard
And so I
one
think,
thing-
the acknowledgement is huge.
I heard one thing we can do is to put our energy into the earth and really like feel our love going into the earth and then feeling it coming back to us and creating a circuit. And then when you do that, you take it throughout the rest of the world and you give it to other people.
Yeah, I love that. That circuit, that I was shown that also a way to connect with the earth is to ground from your root chakra and to actually make it like a circle that you're going down and up around and like circling this energy, this grounding energy back, up and back and up and back. Yeah, that's beautiful. How about you, Monica? What's been coming up on that angle for you?
Oh, just similar to what they've said as well. Just that light workers or people who don't even associate with being light workers. I had a couple come in last week, and the guy was just, all of this was completely new to him, and he just went, yeah, I'll give it a try. And his answers were almost the same as his wife, just that he came here to bring light, and that was all, and just by being, he was doing that. And so he's already serving his purpose. He's already fulfilling his mission just by being who he is.
That is the answer that so many people get. You think you have to do more. You are already doing it. Just keep doing what you are doing. There's nothing more you need to do. Just keep being you.
The more they enjoy life, the more light they bring in.
Exactly.
So if you feel like you have a purpose or you need one, then your purpose is to just go do things that make you happy.
Yeah, that's really it.
Yeah.
That's all they want us to do.
Enjoy your life. That's the best service you can bring to the planet.
Yeah. And you know, one of the things I'm thinking of right now, the point that I kind of want to really extend is that there are 4 of us here from different places. We're all seeing different clients. All these clients are saying the same exact things. All the same exact things. There is obviously truth to this for everyone because we are all one. So these are all our truths, right? So like that means everything that we talk about in terms of these clients, this applies to you too, right? This applies to all of you. Like start believing this like within yourself and telling yourself, yes, I am safe. I am guided. I am loved. I am amazing. I can do this. I am enough. Yes.
Yeah, just
that's
by
a big
being,
one.
I am enough.
I am enough.
That one comes up a lot in
Huge.
sessions.
The worthiness. Yeah. The worthiness is what holds people back a lot.
Yeah.
And what do they tell you about that?
Before we continue on with today's episode, I'd like to take a moment to tell you a little bit about my very first book, The Golden Key: Modern Alchemy to Unlock Infinite Abundance. The concept for the book initially came to me in a dream and has been followed by a next level amount of synchronicity, confirming for me that the information in the book is pertinent to get to the world at this moment in our collective evolution. In the book, I share the 8 keys to manifesting abundance that I've personally discovered over 25 years of trial, error, and deep exploration, including one golden key that ultimately ties them all together. I think most of you will agree with me that talk is a bit cheap, especially these days, and results speak the loudest of all. Well, these keys have led me to manifesting incredible results, such as an Inc. fastest growing private company, uncanny health, incredible relationships, and success with this podcast. However, I'm not any more special than you, and anyone can apply this information to achieve incredible results in their own life. I also believe waking up our planet by sharing these keys to abundance is the quickest way to help us to transition our home into the planet of paradise it is destined to become, which is why I'd like to gift the book to you at goldenkey.gift when you use the golden key code POSITIVEHEAD. I would also like to invite you to create your own unique golden key code so you in turn can gift the book to others, as well as invite you to participate in a unique abundance manifestation game with me and the other readers that is outlined in detail at the end of the book and on the website, where readers are also going to share the inspiring results of their abundance manifestation experiments. Lastly, I'm going to practice what I preach by sharing 50% of the abundance generated from the golden game and sale of the other golden goodies on the website with you and all the other readers. So if you're ready to alchemize the circumstances in your life so that your abundance expands to an entirely new level, head over to goldenkey.gift to download the audio or ebook as my gift to you by using the code POSITIVEHEAD. Also, if you end up loving and appreciating your gifted copy of the book, please take a moment to go to Amazon and give it a review, which will greatly help me reach and unlock more hearts with the Golden Key.
Well, of course there were. I get a lot of people that are in guilt too.
Yeah.
They feel guilty if they're having fun, or they feel guilty if they do something for themselves. We've been programmed to be in service to others constantly. Religions and backgrounds and masculine, feminine roles and all of that. So guilt of wanting to stray away from that, guilt of wanting to do something different. So that gets cleared too. But yeah, the worthiness, we are everything, so that's a big one. When people start realizing how expansive multiverse they are, that's huge.
Often they're shown too how expansive they are in their session, right? They're
Yeah.
shown like this
Every time.
light being, this multidimensional being that's doing all these amazing things, and it's like, yeah, you are that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I am that. I am this amazing. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
right.
yeah, I am source.
Yeah.
Oh,
So maybe I am worthy, I guess.
exactly.
How could you not
Yeah.
be, right?
That's exactly it. That's the most
Yeah.
beautiful thing too, to have that recognition of that feeling, that understanding. And you guys can do that all on your own every day. Wake up and know that, because it's within you. Right? You don't need to be in trance to get it, right?
You don't.
Right.
But one really easy way is just when you're waking up in the morning and you still have access to your dreams, just try to stay in that state a little bit, because it's such a loving state, and it's where you're still connected to your higher self. So you can really just practice staying in that state, and that's all you really need to do
It's true.
to feel that love, to feel how powerful you are.
That is such a great point, Sarah. Yeah. Because, when we put people into a trance, that's the state we're putting them into.
Right.
That same state that when you're first waking up, like you're
Right.
kind of half there, half not. And that's the place where you can get your answers really, really clearly. So if you're looking for an answer, that's a great time to ask. Or even before you go to bed and wake up, and it's there. Because it's always within us, right, you guys? Do these answers that people get, do they ever come from outside, some other creature taking over their body, talking through them? Ever? Does that ever happen?
No.
Yeah. Right? It's always them. They're telling themselves. Yeah. That's what I think is so powerful about this.
Right. Yeah. It is. They're finding their connection to source through self. It's powerful.
So what else? What else has been coming up?
Well, I can tell you about my cute session yesterday.
Oh, please. Let's do stories. Let's do story time.
Well, I thought it was really cute, and it was really interesting because my client came in, it wasn't yesterday, the day before, and she was having trouble with her family, and in her regression, she went to this past life in San Francisco, and she lived there in the 50s. This is a young client, okay? And she lived there in the 50s. She went to the same diner almost every day, and she had this beautiful life. She had a son, and she just loved her son so much. And then as she was looking at the life, she realized she passed before she got to meet her grandkids. Her son went on to have 2 little girls, and they lived in San Francisco as well. And as when we were speaking with her higher self told her that she needed to go find these 2 kids, and they told her where they live, and they're in their 30s now, and they want her to go meet them because they're grieving the loss of their dad, which is her son from that past life. And when they meet her, it will help them get over the sadness and the grief of losing their dad, because she will know all about her dad.
Oh, wow.
And it'll be very powerful and create the powerful circuit.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So cool.
That's a true testament to how we are energy beings, right?
And we're all family, basically,
And we're all-
if
yeah,
you think about
yeah.
it.
Because those kids, or those 30-year-old kids now, right? They're going to just feel that. It's not going to be something that
Right.
oh, you were this. No, it's an energetic recognition. And I don't think we realize how often that happens in our lives.
I know, like if, what if you were my daughter or
Right.
something?
Yes.
You never,
Yeah.
Let's explore that.
How many times have we been married or each other's children or,
So
something?
when you meet somebody and there's a strange recognition, I mean, most
That's
likely
why.
you've known that person before.
Yeah. And the contract is to come into your life right now because it's now that you need this lesson or whatever it is that this person is helping you with or you're helping them with. It's always that give and take. There is never, it's never a one-way street there. You're always helping each other. And I think it's even cooler that we figured this out before we got here. Okay, you do this, I'll do this. Right?
We'll come
You'll
together
be the
at
mom
this
this
point.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's neat too when we do sessions and then people can kind of explore that in their lives. Like,
So
have I
here's-
been married to this guy before?
here's a
Have I?
Right.
Here's a question for you. How many of you feel like you've known your clients before?
Oh, yeah.
Like
that happens.
there's contracts to come together and do these awakenings together, these sessions.
Absolutely.
together.
That's why they are drawn to the specific practitioner that they're drawn to.
It's
And that-
always a match.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I always suggest to people when they're looking for a client, a practitioner, that really go on the inside and just check in, and you will be guided to the right practitioner.
You'll feel
Yeah.
which one is right for you.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
like, so I live in, the Phoenix area. Well, there's going to be people in Phoenix that want to fly to Florida to see Sarah or want to fly to Oregon to see Monica or Tracy because I'm just not for them, right? But then there's going to be people who fly from Oregon to see me or Colorado, wherever, because it's my face that they resonated with, right? And I love that. And what makes me think more about that is that there needs to be more of us.
Yeah.
Because we just need to continue to just be able to touch more and more people that more and more people can resonate with, right? Like, and to just make it more accessible. So if anybody is interested in learning about what we do and doing this yourself, you can. The only requirement to do this is that you want to help people and that you just got a lot of love in your heart.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything more we need to be as QHHT practitioners or know how to do? Any prior experience?
No.
Just be kind.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. So if your desire is to help people and you just don't know how or what you want to do, and this sounds like it'd be fun to go explore different realms, check it out. We love it. I mean, we've all found our calling with this. I mean, I don't think I could do anything else in life. Could you guys?
And where
Right.
would they check that out, Erica?
QHHTofficial.com is where you can actually find all that information, and you can also find a practitioner local to you. And there's practitioners all over the world. So I know that there is someone close enough, probably at least within a couple hour drive, hopefully, wherever you are, there should be someone that you can get to. So this is very accessible. You have all this information within you. The practitioner is accessible. This class is accessible. All of it's accessible. And I think we just want you all to know how loved you are. Yeah?
Yes. True.
So I think we'll wrap it up like this. Final messages, ladies. What final messages do the higher selves have for the listeners today? Like theme, general concept theme, higher message
I'm going
type.
to go with what we were talking about earlier and about stepping into your power.
Yes.
Step into your power. You're such a powerful person. So explore that. Go inward. Quit looking outside of yourself.
I'm going to go with take the time for yourself, because so many times people come and they ask questions, what can I do to better my life? And number one will be relax, take time for yourself. And it's like, but I thought I needed to, do and do and do. And it's like, no,
Nope.
that should be a priority.
Slow down. Those are the words I always hear. Slow
Yeah.
down. Yeah. What about you, Monica?
Self-acceptance.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stop criticizing yourself and, just accept that you are perfect as you are now. And the more we accept ourselves, the brighter our light becomes. If we can just release those feelings of judgment and enoughness and, just worrying about any of the ways that we show up in the world, we're just going to show up brighter and brighter in our light.
I
That's so
love that.
true. Yeah, it's so true. And just to piggyback on that acceptance, I find too a lot of us find it hard to accept the love that's all around us. Like we're not accepting of this incredible love, and they want us to. They want us to accept the love in ourselves and just all around us, and to know how very loved we are. You are so very loved, and you are never, ever, 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 ever alone. Never alone. Never alone.
Never.
We love you all so, so, so much. We're going to leave you with the song for today. This is Ziggy Marley, We Are One. Until next time, love you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Also, before we cue up today's song, as a quick reminder, don't forget to download the Golden Key audio or ebook as my free gift to you at goldenkey.gift using the Golden Key code POSITIVEHEAD. And please, if you enjoy my gift, leave a positive review on Amazon so others can unlock their lives with the help of the Golden Key as well.
There is a knowledge we all know, yet we don't know, yet we don't know. There is a knowledge we all know, yet we don't know, yet we don't know. We are one, we are one, we are one, we are one. There is a spirit we all know, yet we don't know, yet we don't know. There is a spirit we all know, yet we don't know, yet we don't know. We are one, we are one, we are one, we are one. Is it so hard to love one another, my brothers? To see each other as we are, my sister. The earthly family